Good evening, folks, and welcome to Cooking with Dan Luzzi. My name is Janet Rapasardi-Hoff. I will be your host this evening in Dan's kitchen.
Hello, hello.
Dan.
How we doing, gang?
Hey, Dan.
What's up, Dan?
How are you?
Same old, same old.
Same old, same old.
You guys filmed the old PAL thing last night, right?
Oh, yes, the Culinary Quest.
Culinary Quest.
We missed you.
Yeah, I sent a little
No,
dessert
your
over there
presence was
that
there.
nobody had, right?
Aw, yeah.
Yeah, I heard it was pretty good. Everything
Yeah,
went
it was
well. It's so
excellent.
hard for me on a Monday, you know. I got to lay around.
You're a person, Dan.
No, we
You
missed
didn't miss much.
Yeah.
We missed you.
No, we're going to do a couple things here today. We're going to got a minorly ambitious program. We're going to put together our Clams Casino. You know, everybody's got their own little way of doing some of these things, and we have ours. The clams, we're going to make a pesto dish with some chicken, something you could do at home if you so desire. And we had a scallops dish. We were going to sear them in a pan and try to get those going. So meanwhile, I guess we can get these clams in the oven. And when we do open them up, we want to make sure we detach them from the side of the shell, which is important.
Okay, now, are these hard to open up before they're cooked?
Yes, they are. You gotta
Kind of thought so.
right. You gotta mess around with them and stuff.
Okay.
This is something that some more ambitious viewers would do at home. You have to soak the clams for a good period of time to get the sand out of them and stuff. Right. It means a lot. And you know, this is something you can. If you do it properly, you can. It takes a lot of preparation, but you could do it for a lot of people. You know, make a couple thousand of them, and put them out at a party.
That's a little too ambitious.
Right, that's very ambitious.
We'll leave that to you.
So what we there's some things that we put in and that are common denominator items you see in most of these Clams Casino. I guess I'll put them on this little pan. I'm gonna put them in the oven with right now. Set them up here. A lot of people broil them. We don't have a broiler, so we just put the oven on very high, and it does a real effective job. Okay. What we put in is a little roasted pepper. We have some onions that we sweated down, made them translucent.
Okay.
And we had some bacon here that we just cooked off.
Yeah, I was going to ask you what you were going to do with that.
Right, and we have a little mix of, this is, we used to stuff clams with this. It's just a Ritz breadcrumb topping. And while we don't use it that much of it anymore, we like to put a little clam juice in with it. You know, it's just a moisture type of thing. I don't know, it does add a little zip, a little flavor to it. And we just put a little dab of this in.
And that's a beautiful pumpkin type color.
Yeah. So we'll mix a little of that up. It's a moisture type of thing. You know, you don't want these things getting too dried out, although the onions and the pimento have a lot of moisture in them as well. So what we're going to do is chop up the roasted pepper here. And again, the clam is the star of the show here, all right? If you know, I don't want to pile it too high. I don't want to take away from the flavor too much. And this is a very powerful flavor and color, as you can see. So we're going to slice a little of this up. I guess I'll need a little more. I should take this out of the way.
So you're off to play golf today again?
Yes. Don't say again.
Again? Don't say again?
No, I'm only kidding.
Am I getting you in trouble?
Yes. No, not really. But I'm never in trouble and always in trouble. Just pick a day and pick the time. Just doesn't matter to me, okay?
Well, you are really a true, unless there is snow or frost, even frost on the ground, you'd probably be out there, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Snow will stop you.
Not even. We've been out there in the
Not
flurries
even.
before.
Really, have you?
Oh, sure. They'll be calling us in. Dan, all you guys, you bunch of gamblers, get off the golf course. It's over. Go south or wait till next season. All right, we're going to put some of this little mix on top of here.
Okay.
I mixed it with the clam juice, so it's got the little clam flavor.
Now, does that have a little parsley in it, or a little onion or scallion?
Yes.
Okay.
The no scallion, but that's parsley is the green you're seeing.
Okie doke.
And like I said, I just want to put a little bit of all these ingredients on. We don't want to dominate the whole clam. And you know, these clams aren't gigantic, but you know, it's like some people with lobster. You know, they need a ton of butter on it to kill the flavor. All right, now we got the pimento on there.
Okay.
Got this chopped
The
onion,
onion.
which we've softened up a little bit, nice
Mhm.
and translucent. Just chopped it up, put a few pieces on here to there. Again, if we're not sure, we want less is better.
Okay, and then your bacon is on the top.
Yeah, we'll go toppy with the bacon.
Okay.
Okay, we're gonna put these in the oven on the through.
Now this is pretty ambitious. I don't know that I would ever want to try to do 2,000 of these.
All right, we'll cut a little of this bacon up. I don't want to get the bacon too crisp because, you know, once it's in the oven, you don't want to turn it into a wafer. Break your teeth on it.
Oh.
Only kidding. I like a little more bacon than not, though.
Mhm.
Want to show up anyway. Let's see if we have enough here. Oops. And normally I'm not big on these, you know, meat seafood combinations. I mean, I could handle like chicken and shrimp and you know, that's about the extent of it.
But this is more like a condiment almost than it is a fish meat
Right.
dish.
Yeah, you're right. You're right again. But yeah, these are good. These are tasty. No, it's interesting. Yeah, we just did a party recently where, you know, we served a few courses. Next thing you knew it was 9 o'clock at night. You know, where all of a sudden, and we had you know, a lot of leftovers, and all I can say to myself is have some dessert there. If you got there late and you're still hungry, choke yourself on a piece of chocolate, and you know, and do it that way, because there was so much leftovers. And I feel like all we needed was one or two more substantial appetizers like this, with some pasta and salad, you know, and that's all you needed. All right, we're going to toss these in the oven, and we'll be right back.
Okay, are we going to do the chicken?
Right, we've talked about this a number of times where you had the little pasta dish you were going to do or something, and you wanted to add a little spunk to it. You might want to flatten some chicken breasts off and par cook them. We seared these off in a little olive oil, and we left them out on the counter. We didn't put them back in the fridge. And when you get ready to do the dish, when you get ready to cook it, you just want to julienne them up and put them on with the pasta dish. So the first thing we're going to do, we have cooked a little of this linguine off. Where's my little strainer? I'm going to put this pasta in the water, because once again the water is going to hurt. We want the water to drip off a little bit. So I got some nice rolling salted water. Cook the pasta very al dente just before the show started, which you can do at home as well. Get it nice and saturated with nice rolling water. And salted as well. I don't know if I mentioned that already, probably repeating myself. All right, and so I'll go with this one here. We're gonna get our flame on there a little bit. So we're gonna make a pesto pasta. Got some basil leaves, some pesto that we've ground up. And we're gonna julienne the chicken and put it on the plate, and away we go. So like I said, we want to cut the chicken into nice little slices like this. This is not something you want to do. I mean, if you put it in a huge bowl, you could do it, but you know, I recommend slicing up the chicken just prior to serving.
Okay.
You don't want it to dry out too much, which it can do, of course, if you're not careful. And once again, when you buy these chicken cutlets in the store, they're very thick, so we flatten these out considerably. And you know, you didn't have much of a cooking time. I mean, you could cook the larger cutlets, you could bake them off if you wanted to, and then it'd just take you a little longer to slice it, so you can get the job done a couple of different ways. I'll leave that till later. I want to get all the same type of piece on here. I've got some chicken stock in here. If I put too much oil, too much pesto, you know, it just gets very sticky and glommy. So this is a neutral. Once again, we I don't know if you could smell that or not, but or we make our
Oh.
own stock here, and it's just real nice stuff.
It's really pleasant.
Right. So we got our pasta hot. I've forgotten a bowl to toss it in. Yes, there's one over here. I'll be right back, folks.
I'm going to cheat.
Actually, I could do it in the pan. I'll just do it in the pan. I think I put a little too much stock in there. We'll let it get moving. But yeah, we ground this up with some garlic. You know, you have to have nice leaves. A little olive oil in there.
Oh, they have to be fresh, don't
Right.
they?
Yes, you don't want to get them dark and miscolored. It just won't taste right. I got a little too much broth in there. I can always add some in at the end. So once again, the chicken's not going to be piping hot. I mean, if you wanted to, I guess you could chuck it up in the radar for 20 seconds or some
Sure.
doggone thing. Or we'll take a chance on this being runny. So what we're going to do, we're going to finish the dish right now. All we have boiling hot is that stock. Pasta stuck together a little bit, which is okay. I'd rather undo it in the pan here. Like I said, I could add a little more of that broth if I needed. The main thing though is we are not going to have this pan on the burner with the basil in it. Okay, we don't want to scorch the basil. I'm going to add a touch of olive oil in here. That's also part of the sauce. We're going to add in our pesto. I can add a little more to the top. I'll just put that amount in there for now. I'm going to start stirring this together. I'd rather have it, you know, a little more loose and stuck together, you know,
Right.
that sort of thing. And you can always put the pesto on if someone says, hey, I need a little more of that there flavor in it. We are going to add some salt and pepper to it. Smells pretty good, right?
I was going to say, that is such a nice aroma. It just smells like a fresh garden, doesn't
Right.
it, though?
Oh, it's beautiful.
It is.
I'm going to add a touch more.
That's
Before we
that's
finish,
a
I want
nice,
to check on our clams. They sound like they're zipping along here.
nice scent
Okay.
this time of the year.
Pardon me?
I said it's a nice scent this time of the year, too, because
Yeah.
we don't have gardens outside.
Right, the gardens
It's a
are
little bit
gone.
too cold.
Right, all your supermarkets have this. So you want to serve this quickly because... Oops. Put that on the plate like that. It's really nice, especially for dinner for two or something like that. So you don't want to have this for too many people. So we're going to take our chicken now. I'm going to put it on. Take only our big slices. I want this looking good.
And now the chicken, that's good room temperature because it's on top of the
Yeah.
warm pasta.
Yeah, this isn't
Okay.
the hot pasta. This isn't like you're taking a smoking hot tray of lasagna out. So I'm fine with, you know, I'm not saying room temperature food, but it doesn't, I'm the type that I let my coffee sit for a second or two before I ingest. Pile of chicken in the center there. And let's see, I'll put a little good drizzle.
Oh,
of
that's
basil
nice.
over the top.
Very nice.
Put a little leaf here. Maybe some of that there paprika around the outside.
Mm-hmm.
And, but I'm saying that can really spunk up the, you know, a little pasta dish. You get the chicken in with the pasta there, and you know, you got that, just do what old Uncle Dan tells you to do, and you got that restaurant look on a Tuesday night.
Beautiful. Okay, want to take a look at our clams?
Just grabbed those out of the oven a moment ago.
Yep.
They're looking okay
Oh,
now.
they look really good.
Once again, when we do this sort of thing,
Ooh.
we like to make sure that we do things on the underdone side here. No, we don't. I'm going to put a little romaine leaf down. He's been sliding all over the place. I've been debating as to how to handle this. We'll see what this looks like today on the show.
They look good.
Yeah. These clammies. You know, and there's some substance there. You know,
Right.
it's just. Well, I just like that look. You know, but there's our Clams Casino. You can see the, you know, everything in there. The the pimento, the onion, the bacon, a little parsley, and the onions are hard to see because they're translucent, but you know, it's a good look. I love the dish. You know, it's one of those old-time dishes. But there they are, Clams Casino's
Clams
finest hour.
Casino.
And
Looks
second
great.
finest hour.
Okay, I guess we have scallops.
Yeah, we have
the
that
scallop
scallop
dish
dish.
that we haven't taken a look at.
We got these nifty neat cheese grinders. We bought these little, and a lot of these cheese jobber wobbers here, cheese grinders were terrible. You know, they're
These
aluminum
are-
things that could cut you.
These are cheese jobber wobbers.
These are cheese jobber wobbers.
Okay.
You heard that first here at Uncle Dan's.
And
We
wait,
cut a little
we
piece
forgot
and
to
put
tell
it in
the
here.
folks that we put a little cheese on
We
the
did.
on the last dish.
Right, I meant to put
Right.
that on the.
We'll recap.
Right, but you know, I just love the way this stuff
I
comes
know.
out of here.
I
and
was
it's-
going to
it's
say that
gorgeous
is,
cheese.
it is gorgeous.
Why don't you try a little piece of
Well,
that?
I
that
am going
stuff
to try.
is-
Well,
But just
how
nice
can-
Parmesan,
How can you
you
try
know?
a bigger piece?
Right.
It is little.
But these contraptions, like, you feel that thing. It's just solid. You know, you're not going to cut yourself. It works real well. So I'm really glad we did. You just turn that to the side like
Right.
that. Yeah, it'll come out. But it's great. I love doing it. So glad we're now cheese shakeless. Get rid of the Parmesan and we'll get going to what should be our last dish here. I love scallops. I love arugula. I love little dressings. So what we do is, I used to do with squid, but now we're doing it with these nice, wonderful sea scallops. These things are real tasty. We're going to put a pan down, get it real hot.
And now, what should we be asking for when we're looking for scallops like this?
Pardon me?
What should we be asking for?
Right, you don't want them packaged in water. That's
Right.
the big boo-boo. If they're in water, you can't pull this dish off. But these have a natural mucus around them. They're straight from the shell. These things get packed in water, forget it. All hell starts breaking loose. But these, you know, they won't adhere to the pan. Forget it. Can't do it. I've got to grab myself a little bowl
Okay.
to toss them in. Where's my little bowl? I guess this will be fine enough. You can have this, you know, you can eat this for dinner. I like to get the pan nice and hot.
Okay.
I like to put them in a little bowl, season them right here.
Okay.
So what I want, yes, the olive
A
oil.
little bit of olive oil.
All right, we're going to switch it around in here. I'm not going to put any pepper or garlic on that. We can do that later. It tends to burn, so we're just going to do a little salt and some oil here. Like I said, we want to get that pan smoking hot. Smoking hot, baby. So you all had a good time last night. You
Oh
said
yeah,
you were
it was
working
fun.
though, right?
Yeah, we were working. Didn't get a chance to really sample a whole lot.
Yeah, I know.
Well,
You
which
guys
is
didn't get
good.
to my
you know,
dish.
That's good.
We didn't work a stand there, but we did send down a couple of big trays. It was real neat. We had a
I noticed there was a chocolate mousse.
We had a big thing.
Yeah.
Things weighed about 20 pounds
Yeah.
each. Chocolate mousse, and we put a nice little quarter-inch of toffee layer on the top of it. Whipped cream, almost too much whipped cream. But then, can you ever have too much whipped cream? You know, that's the problem. You don't want to have too
Yeah,
little.
you can have too much whipped
Yeah,
cream.
I think this one had too much whipped cream, to tell you the truth. And then I had a little toffee container to garnish with. We garnished the top. I did my little Rembrandt modern art look on the top. Then we had some chocolate shavings on there, and I think that was it.
Yeah.
I think that was the end of it. But it looked good. I'll tell you what. So I brought 2 trays down. They still have 1 tray, and me and the
Oh, bring it
me
back.
and the golf gang.
Yeah.
We're gonna try a little bit of that today
That's
before we
right.
go out. So this pan should be plenty hot. And seared means seared. I can put a little more oil in there.
And this will be done rather quickly.
Rather quickly. You know, I can also finish them with a lid, you know, because you don't want to burn them too badly and stuff. Want to get that nice color on there. Looks like I put a touch more oil in. I don't want to over oil it. See, I'm dressing on it and every other doggone thing.
And will that be a nice kind of almost a golden tan color when you
Yeah.
turn it over?
I love that color.
Yeah. There we go.
Yeah, that chocolate mousse is down there. I can't wait to see how much whipped cream I actually did put on it, and if the mousse separated. It was really interesting because I did this for a party, and I guess one of the people at a party worked for a food distributor, and they wanted to know what brand of mousse we used. And I didn't embarrass or anything else like that, but I said, we do this from the ground up,
Yeah.
We whip the eggs, and that's just the way we do things around here. All right, you know what I'm going to do? I'll prepare the plate. It's seared on all sides, but it's not done on the inside. You can tell by just watching the TV camera here. We haven't had that in long enough. When we put that lid on, by the time we're ready to go here, by the time we're ready to rock and roll, those scallops will be finished.
Okay.
So I've got some arugula. We're going to put a little bit of arugula on it. Get a plate here. Normally we have these plates very, very hot. So lay the arugula.
Oh, that's the rule, though, isn't it, in the culinary world? Cold plates for cold, like salads,
Right.
and hot plates. So they're not just room temperature, like at home, and you just put it out.
That's right. It sounds good on paper, but believe me, it happens fewer times than you may think. It's kind of yellowish. And this isn't a salad. This is more of a garnish that's edible, for the color and all. You can hear those scallops finishing themselves up in there.
Mm-hmm.
Before they come out, I'm going to toss a little, I'll tell you what, I'm going to have to go get some more arugula today. This is looking a little bit off. All right, what we have here is a little dressing with a few nifty-wifty ingredients. Among them is roasted garlic and balsamic vinegar. Shake that up a little bit.
That's a good combination.
And I think our scallops should be done about now. Before I serve them, I'm going to put a little pepper on. There's enough salt on them. A little of this granulated garlic, although there's garlic in the dressing. We'll place the scallopies around. Oh, these look good. Oh, I'll put that side down.
Yeah,
right?
that looks really nice and toasty.
Yeah, this one is, yeah.
Beautiful.
Alrighty. Get rid of our plate. I shall be right back. Oh, Jesus. Excuse me. Alright, we got our dressing. Now we don't want to overdress this. I'm going to try to hit the scallop a little bit. Something like that should do just fine. And I was just checking out this, I had some radicchio cut in there. Just want to see what that looked like in the center as a third color to make this jump a little.
Oh, yeah, it does
I think that works.
give it a little zip.
Yeah, a little zip, a little
Yeah.
color, right? Then the pan syrup scallops over arugula with a little balsamic vinaigrette.
Dan, so I was hoping that you were going to bring this out because we've been talking about the dessert, and I said I was busy, I was working.
Just happen to have a little hanging around.
I didn't get a chance to try it last evening, and it looked really super.
Yeah,
So-
it's okay. I mean,
Yeah.
was searching for a chocolate dessert, and actually we normally put creme brulee in these ramekins here. But what we did is we put it's no big deal, but we made our own toffee sauce, our own chocolate mousse, and we put them in the ramekin. We let the the mousse chill overnight before we put the toffee on, and
Oh, and I love that combination too of the chocolate and toffee.
great.
Oh,
And then what goes well with that,
Excellent.
of course, is a little whipped cream, and we set some of that. I try not to go crazy on it
No, this
because
is
we
some
want you to see the toffee
Yeah.
on the outside.
that's some serious whipped cream.
And we've got these little Heath bar crumbles, that sort of thing. We get that on the top,
Ooh,
like that. Get a little crunch to the thing.
well, you don't have to go lightly with those.
There's a whole thing of it right there. And this is Tuesday. I don't have my little shaker filled yet, but I take a little confectioner's sugar, and we try not to be too shy with that as well.
Oh, very nice.
It's just it's a nice thing. Why don't you try a little bit of that? We serve
I am gonna
little
try
plate
that.
there.
You know what?
Maybe.
I'm gonna have to bring this over to the
got
camera
the-
so they can take a look at it before I
that's
try
okay.
that. Right? Dan, I'm going for it. Mmm.
It's all right, right?
Now that is absolutely
It is
creamy
decadent.
and dreamy.
Right.
It is decadent.
Right.
That's excellent. I love that. Really good. All right, no one's sharing this with me, folks. This is mine. It is great.
I wasn't making any funny faces.
I know you were going like this. That's really good.
All right.
Okay, well, folks, thanks again for joining us in the in the evening in the dining room, because it really is an evening. As we review everything that we've done, and you know, I'm sorry, Dan, because I have the
Sorry,
I have
folks.
the dessert. I have the dessert. And
Couldn't even wait
I
2
couldn't
minutes.
wait.
Jesus.
Dessert before the entree. How does
good,
that
though.
does that work?
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
telling you, this. Can I just? I mean, I wish you could experience this. This is really exquisite.
I'm very proud of our desserts. I really am. It's just amazing. It's let's just say some of our people have found their, I've been going through an incredible amount of desserts. Let's put it that way.
Oh, well, the toffee with the chocolate is just genius.
That's
I
great.
love that. Okay, what else do we have here?
We have one of our pepper mills here. I can put that on our little pasta dish, and we did not put the cheese. We put the cheese on with our little
So we
shaker
put the cheese on
off camera.
off camera.
That's nifty neat because
yeah.
we don't put it in with the pesto and the oil, and that it just gets it too congealed and stuff. So we put the cheese on the top. But that's that linguine
it's
with
just-
pesto and
yeah.
the julienne chicken. You know, just like I said, make it Tuesday night a little more special than Dinty Moore.
Nice little grating.
We've got the pan-seared scallops over the arugula with the balsamic vinaigrette on it, that little radicchio garnish, and our clams casino. Are not too large, not too small clams with that wonderful stuffing.
Okay, that looks great. Well, folks, after I eat dessert, we'll get to the entree a little bit later on this evening. Thanks again for joining us, and we will see you again next week on Cooking with Dan Luzzi.